All right, so this is a lens test, I guess, not so much a review, of a Canon ENG lens on a micro four thirds camera, this case a Panasonic GH5. The lens is a wide angle ENG lens. It's to be specific, it is a YJ12x6.5, so that's a 12 times optical zoom. Focal length equivalent is, in 35mm terms, is, check my notes, 26 mils to 312. Constant aperture of 4, I think. It's about 4 on the micro four thirds sensor. So just to go over a couple benefits of these, I've got a second review of a different Canon lens. This is just going to be repetition in a lot of ways. If you've watched that one, skip ahead. But these ENG lenses are really well built. They're super expensive back in the day if you're purchasing one new. This is a standard definition lens, so I picked it up for cheaper on eBay. They're parfocal. They're made for video, so they're parfocal, which means you can zoom in on something, set your focus, zoom back out, and then zoom back in, and the focus is still the same. Still lenses don't always do that, so this is a benefit of these lenses. They are a constant aperture across their entire zoom range as well, which is nice. And so the big downside of them, though, is that they're made for CCD sensors, and so you get weird optical things that happen, particularly when you're wide open. So it doesn't. Well, that's the purpose of this test, is to decide whether they're good for your uses. So camera settings quickly. First it was, we'll color grade this to get rid of those Panasonic colors. And we are on 24 frames per second, 16:9 ratio, 4K, 10-bit, I can't remember if I said that. Yeah, so to the tests. Okay, so something with these lenses as well is they don't always come with this optical doubler here. So without that on, here's what it looks like. So that's, you can see, roughly what size the sensor is that this was made for in comparison to the micro four thirds sensor. So I'll just go through the zoom range, wide open on the lens. 2.8. f4, 5.6, f8, f11, f16. Okay, we're probably getting faster than the shutter can kind of keep up with here. So, wide open again, zoom into 10 mils here. 2.8, 4, 5, 6, 8, 11. I'm just going to stop at 11. Wide open. 20 mils in the lens, so that's an equivalent of 80. 2.8. f4, 5, 6, 8, 11. Wide open. 40 mils in the lens. 2.8. f4. 5, 6, 8, 11. Wide open. Okay, and then we have 78 on the lens, so that's 312 millimeters, full frame equivalent. 2.8. f4. 5.6, 8, 11. So I can't tell on the camera's little display here. Okay, back on 5.6. I would say like 5.6 is where it starts to get like decent. F4, I'd say is passable. But that's, you know, that's pretty slow still. And F4 on the lens is actually an F8 in actual life. So certain uses, definitely that's usable, but it's not just like letting the light pour in, that's for sure. Okay, so I'm just gonna do one other little thing here. You can turn the optical doubler off, and then you can actually do a digital crop in. And so I'm just gonna do a comparison. Okay, so digital zoom is on now. So there's less glass there, technically, but from the tests that I've done before, I would say it is actually softer. Anyways, wide open, 78, 2.8, f4, f5.6, f8, f11, 40, wide open, 2.8, f4, f5.6, 8, 20 mils, wide open, 2.8, 4, 5.6, 8. Mils, wide open, 2.8, f4, 5.6, f8, f11, wide open, 2.8, f4, 5.6. Okay, I'm just going to stop there. Anyways, you get the idea. So I'm going to take the optical zoom, or digital zoom, off. So there we are, back to periscope view, doubled. Okay, so one like potential cool thing about these is you can, I made this like Franken thing to make the hand grip, the digital hand grip work, electronic hand grip, whatever. You know what I mean. So we'll just like flip some switches, get her attached here, and then show how that works. It's like fun to have this. Maybe, I don't know why you'd bother, just buy a camera that's built for this instead of screwing around and using up all your time. Okay, pessimism activated. Okay, so we are, yeah, technically I can start and stop it with the return button here. That's how I wired it up. So I won't do that obviously, but yeah, look at that. Zooming in. Focus is still by hand. Yeah, the rocker gives you like a super nice smooth zoom in if you want to do such a thing. Which who doesn't like a nice like slow zoom out on occasion. Follow the bus, follow the bus. Okay, so there we go. Probably standing about that far away. All right, so hopefully that was useful. Again, this is a Canon YJ12 by 6.5. That's all I got.